So here we go, the track action begins once again and the juniors head back onto the circuit in what are changing conditions for the better, which is always good. We've got the grid for this one as follows. Again, the man who qualified quickest of all yesterday in qualifying, that is Adam Smalley, once again starting from pole position. Alongside him will be fellow Brit, which is Ollie Caldwell. On to row 2, we then see Zander Prijbelak and alongside him Antonio Percival from France. On to row 3, it's going to be Ruben Del Sarte, the 100 machine, and alongside him on that third row is Laszlo Toff. Then to row 4, another Brit is there, Axel Charpentier. After the dramas of race number 1 for him, he'll see if he can stay out of the melee at turn 1 on this occasion. He's got again fellow Brit alongside, which is Mark Kimber. Then to row 5 we see Enzo Valiente and in car number 73. Row 6 is the Canadian Matthew Latifi and Kilian Meyer. On to row 7 we then see Walter Zavidras and Tibet Clement, the man from France. To row 8 we then see Hans Morin and Timino Bergmeyer. On to row 9 we've got Phil Dower and Zomba Kovacs. Row 10 inside the top 20 for both Dirk Seyfried and George Koss. Again, George is a little bit out of shapes for this weekend so far. Row 11 is then going to be Matilda Olsen and Andrea Volta. Row 12 sees Dan Verleund and Valdemir Eriksson. Row 13 is Jason Ferrate and Liam Crystal. And to round out the 27 starters for this one is going to be Henry Jung from Germany. So they are the 27 you can see. They are on the track now. There's Adam Smalley towards the head of the field, taking round with him Ollie Caldwell, who impressed earlier on as well. So watch out for Ollie. It's the first time these two have come head to head because of course it was Group A and B in the first instance, and this time it's A and C against each other. Ollie Caldwell has had a second place, Adam Smalley has had a second place, so both of those on the front row are poised for what could be possibly their first win of the weekend, but there's going to be 8 laps ahead of them to look forward to. The carts now get into tighter formation, side by side, as close as you possibly can to the cart in front as well, and they'll start to build their speed through the final corner. And as they head onto the start finish line, if Thomas Lyon is happy with all the starting procedures, he'll then give the lights off for the race to get underway. So there they go, through the final corner, on towards the start finish line once more. Very nicely bunched, I have to say, as they come onto their starting grids, as they get underway for heat number 3 for the juniors, heat 7 of the day. Down towards the first corner, Adam Smalley holds the inside line, but here comes the charging pack from behind. Zander Prijbelak is in there. He's got possibly into second place. It's going to be tight. In fact, Ollie Caldwell's just held on to it by the looks of it in cart number 64. Also in there as well to watch out for, as we said, was going to be Prijbelak. He should have had a good run through that corner as they head through the first couple of them. On towards the back straight though, Ollie Caldwell heads the field. Sorry, it's Adam Smalley that heads the field. Ollie Caldwell behind in second place, and then for third it's going to be the 2 teammates by the looks of it. Watch out for Prijbelak to come through. Ruben Del Sarte has dropped back, so I wonder if he was caught in some melees at the first corner as well. So number 7 has jumped into third place, Mark Kimber, and they've been slowed down, so the race in fact didn't get underway there. It looked like a really good start, but apparently not. So Adam Smalley is once again at the head. There's number 42, which is Laszlo Toff, trying to get himself back into his right grid position, which is now done. So he's there on the outside of row number 3, and Ruben Del Sarte is also in his correct position. So we're going to go again. We'll still get 8 laps of this junior race as Adam Smalley brings them round with Ollie Caldwell alongside. Up towards the line they come this time. Let's see if we can get a start underway. They head across the line, and that looks much better then as they head towards the first corner. Let's take 2 as they all fan out across the track in towards the first turn. 3 or 4 wide. There's bumping and boring as always from the juniors, and they get over the exit curves, which you're allowed to do 2 off on the infield part of turns number 1 and 2. And one of those could be Kilian Meyer in cart number 26, and the other one is possibly a Dan Holland racing car as well. There's yellow flags that wave. There's more off at turn number 4. One's gone for a rotation, but then gets back in the right direction, and that's going to be 66 by the looks of it to us from our vantage point. So that one is back on its way, but a long way adrift of the rest of the field, and that's going to be Henry Jung from near enough the back of the pack. But the leaders come down towards turn number 8 for the first time. Good dicing there for 3rd and 4th. It's Adam Smalley that leads. Ollie Caldwell is 2nd. Third place then is probably going to be Prijbelak by the looks of it. And then behind that, let's try and work out who's in 4th place in the move. In fact, for 4th place there at the final corner, through goes number 44, which is that of the man who started a little bit further down, row number 2, Antoine Percival. He's up there now into 3rd place, but great racing amongst the top 4. Again, a few bumps into the back from a few behind in towards the first corner. Axel Charpentier is up into 5th place, so this is a much better race for Axel from what was down a little bit lower on the grid, 7th place. He's now up into 5th position, so a good start. Stayed out all the dramas at turn number 1, but it's Adam Smalley that heads the field. 2nd for now, right on his tally, is Ollie Caldwell, and then 3rd place is going to be Anton Percival. We've got Pridgelak there in 4th, Axel is 5th, 6th place then for Kenzo Ertz, 7th place is Laszlo Toth, and then behind that we've got the likes of Ruben Del Sarte, Enzo Valiante and Tamino Bergmeyer in 10th position, so not too bad a start. There's a few chopping and changing on this second lap as well, but here comes Ollie Caldwell for a change for the lead down the inside of Adam Smalley, and he goes through. Ollie Caldwell gets to the front. Neither of these today have won a race, and watch out for the man behind as well, number 44, which is Antoine Percival, who goes for second on Adam Smalley, and he loses 2 positions in the space of 1 single straight. So Adam Smalley now needs to reconfigure himself, get back in the train and try and challenge those 2 once more, unless they get away, because they look to be doing so at this current time. In towards turn 4 they now head. Top 3 bunched again back together. Further back 4th, 5th and 6th are also side by side. One of those in there is Axel Charpentier, who's now up into 4th place. So through past Kenzo Ertz, he's gone. Through as well past number 53, Zander Prijbalak. So they'll drop down the order as Axel continues to make great progress within this 3rd junior heat of the day. Ollie Caldwell now though, your leader, 64. 2nd, number 44, Antoine Percival. And 3rd place coming through past our vantage point is number 25, Adam Smalley. On his way to 3rd at the minute, but there's still plenty of time to play for within this race. And the top 3 now, possibly, are going to be caught by Axel Charpentier there in 4th position. As the top 3 head towards the first corner once more. They turn their way through the right-hander and then on towards the 2nd and 3rd corners on this wonderful Belgium track. And then, of course, into the first of the hairpins. Let's see if any of those can dive for a move this time. Nope, stay as they were. 1st, 2nd and 3rd. We're on to lap number 3 of this race. There, further back is Axel Charpentier in 4th. His gap over Kenzo Ertz is growing slightly. It's now up to what's going to be 0.8 of a second. So definitely Axel's on the money in this second race that he's contested so far today. 1st, 2nd and 3rd come through turn 7. No change still at the front. Ollie Caldwell with behind him Anton Percival and Adam Smalley. Adam's looking a bit more racy now as he's wary of the challenge from behind, because Axel Charpentier gets ever closer in towards the final corner. Behind them, watch out for as well Kenzo Ertz and Prijbalak. And they're just about with them as well in 7th place is Ruben Del Sarte in kart 100. As the leaders head back down towards the first corner, there goes the move from Adam Smalley down the inside of Antoine Percival and gets himself back up into 2nd place. And Axel Charpentier straight away has caught those 2 ahead. So Axel is the kart there on screen, number 88, who's going to look at for a move at turn number 4. A fight back comes from Percival down the inside of Adam Smalley, and Axel Charpentier goes for it as well, so up into 3rd place. A much better race from Axel. Started 7th on the grid. He now finds himself in what's going to be 3rd position on the back of Antoine Percival. But look at the lead for Ollie Caldwell. At the start of that lap it was 0.3 of a second. It's probably now triple that, near enough a second, as he runs down towards the right-hander at turn number 7 and 8. And then on towards the left-hander at turn 9, and of course the final corner at turn 10 as it gets more frantic and fraught further back for 2nd place, because Axel Charpentier now has got through, as we mentioned. But look at all the others behind. Percival, Smalley, also up there as well, number 73, which is that of Kenzo Ertz, and Prijbalak finds himself at the back of that little train now with Ruben Del Sarte catching, and Laszlo Toth in there, and Tamino Bergmeyer as well in 9th place. So it really is quite frantic behind the leader, but Ollie Caldwell will be enjoying this lead, not worrying about what's going on behind and ignoring all the place changes that have happened over the last 3 or 4 laps. But he's on his way down towards turn 5, turns his way through. There's the fight for 2nd, which gets a longer train now. And this was the key point at the Winter Cup for Axel Charpentier. He was at the front for the majority of the races, and he managed to defend really, really well. He kind of kept everyone ganged up behind, and then right towards the end, the last lap, he kind of accelerated away and came through to take those wins. Of course, there was a problem in the final when he got the penalty. There's been a little bit of drama down at turn number 5 by the looks of it. One of the karts has gone off. We'll try and work out who that is as they drop down the timing screen. But everyone else towards the front continues on their way. We're now on to lap number 7, so 2 now to go within this race. And just wondering if Henry Young was one of those who dropped down, or is it Dan Verlelms? He has dropped a few places on this lap. and in fact it may have been Matthew Latifi, kart number 18, who dropped down to 25th place. Yep, so he's the one who we lost at turn number 5 on that previous lap. But there goes our leader, Ollie Caldwell, through the chicane once more, down towards turn number 6. He now heads. The top 2 behind him, Axel Charpentier and Adam Smalley, have just about broke away now. Yes, they have, from Kenzo Ertz. So it's now a two-way fight for second. It's a bigger fight for 4th place, which involves Kenzo Ertz. We've also got in there Antoine Percival, Prijbalak, Ruben Del Sarte, Laszlo Toff and Tamino Bergmeyer as well. Those 3, 4, 5, 6 cars all together as they come back onto the start finish line, which we have now Ollie Caldwell with just 1 lap to go. Can he be caught by Axel Charpentier? The gap at the end of that one was 0.6 of a second. If he wants to get there, he's got to make it very quick indeed, because Ollie Caldwell will not be around for long in terms of this race, and the lap chart is catching us up, and we are coming towards the checker flag in just a second's time basically. Top 3 are looking good. 4th and 5th is still on though, between Kenzo Ertz and Antoine Percival. There it is, down towards turn 5. Percival tries to look for the outside line, but Kenzo Ertz has it nicely covered for the time being. There'll be a couple more corners to try and defend on for Kenzo Ertz. They head up towards the left-hander at turn number 6 and 7, and then they come back down to turn 8. Ollie Caldwell, Axel Charpentier and on his tail Adam Smalley. But what's going to happen at the final corner? Nothing by the looks of it. Drama in towards the left-hander there. Contact between 44 and 42 and 73. We'll catch up with that in a minute, but Ollie Caldwell comes through and he picks himself up his first win of the day after a second in the first of the heats. He comes through to take the checker flag ahead of Axel Charpentier in kart number 88. What a ride from him as he works his way from 7th on the grid up into 2nd place. Adam Smalley was looking for his first win of the day after a second earlier on, but in the end he picks up 3rd position in this second heat for himself, the 3rd of the juniors. And then the rest of the results there: Ruben Del Sarte in 4th, Tamino Bergmeyer in 5th, Xander Prijbalak in 6th, Enzo Valiente 7th, Mark Kimber the Brit in 8th, Thibaut Clement in 9th, Valter Zavidris 10th, and then behind that 11th place for Kenzo Ertz and Dan Verlelms round out your top 12 positions. But a really stellar drive from Ollie Caldwell. It was a gap that was bigger than that through the majority of the race, but towards the end it was closed down by Axel Charpentier. Just a word about those we lost on that final lap. There was number 60 that didn't finish, which was Dirk Safride. We lost him on the first lap at turn 1 along with Killian Meyer, and also down towards the last couple of corners on that last lap. The ones we did lose were 42 Laszlo Toff, 44 Antoine Percival and also number 73 Kenzo Ertz, who don't get a finish after that 3rd junior race.